The humid air hung heavy, thick with the scent of ginger, garlic, and something unfamiliar. I stepped off the plane and into another world, Vietnam. The name itself conjured images, rice paddies stretching to the horizon, bustling markets alive with color, ancient temples whispering forgotten stories. This wasn't my first adventure, but something about Vietnam felt different. Maybe it was the raw energy that pulsed from the city streets. Vietnam was a sensory overload in the best way possible, and I was starving. Vietnam is a country of contrasts. Towering skyscrapers rise above ancient pagodas. Peaceful rice paddies give way to bustling cities. It's a place where the old world and the new collide, creating a unique and captivating energy. From the chaotic beauty of Hanoi to the serene waters of Halong Bay, I wanted to lose myself in the heart and soul of this country. More than just a vacation, this was a journey of discovery. I was here to learn, to explore, to challenge my perceptions, and most importantly, I was here to eat. Vietnamese cuisine is a world unto itself. It's a symphony of flavors and textures, a delicate balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy. From the iconic pho to the crispy banh siu, every dish is an adventure for the palate. But food was just the beginning. I wanted to wander through ancient temples, haggle for souvenirs in bustling markets, and share stories with locals over steaming bowls of noodles. This journey was about more than just checking off destinations on a map. It was about connecting with the heart and soul of a country. And as I took my first bite of pho, I knew I was in for one hell of a ride. The streets of Hanoi hummed with a frenetic energy. Motorbikes weaved through crowds, their horns a symphony of urban chaos. But beneath the surface, I could sense the echoes of the past. Vietnam's history is a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, resistance, and triumph. Centuries of Chinese rule, followed by French colonization, had left an indelible mark on the country. The grand architecture of Hanoi, with its French colonial villas and ornate temples, stood as a testament to this complex past. Each weathered stone, each faded inscription whispered stories of emperors and scholars, of battles fought and won. No exploration of Vietnam would be complete without confronting the ghosts of the American War, or as it's known here, the Resistance War against America. The memories are raw, the scars still visible. I visited the Ho Chi Minh prison, a chilling reminder of the brutality endured by Vietnamese revolutionaries. The stories etched on the walls, the cramped cells, the instruments of torture, they painted a harrowing picture. Yet, amidst the darkness, there was also a glimmer of hope. But Vietnam is not defined by its past. It's a country that has risen from the ashes, embracing a future full of promise. The energy here is infectious, the pace of life exhilarating. From the bustling markets to the sleek rooftop bars, Vietnam is a country on the move. The scars of the past are still there, but they're being healed by the indomitable spirit of the Vietnamese people. Vietnam was a country reborn, a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, is a city that gets under your skin. It's a place where ancient traditions meet modern chaos in a symphony of sights, sounds, and smells. The air is thick with the aroma of street food, incense, and exhaust fumes, a heady mix that's both intoxicating and overwhelming. I started my Hanoi adventure in the Old Quarter, a labyrinthine network of narrow streets that have remained virtually unchanged for centuries. Each street is dedicated to a specific trade, from silk merchants and silver shops to bamboo baskets and conical hats. The energy here is palpable, a constant hum of activity that's both exhilarating and exhausting. Wandering through the Old Quarter is like stepping back in time. Section 2, Ho Chi Minh City, the beating heart. Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon, is a city that never sleeps. It's the economic powerhouse of Vietnam, a sprawling metropolis of skyscrapers, rooftop bars, and endless possibilities. The energy here is different from Hanoi, faster, more frenetic, always on the move. I explored the city on foot, dodging motorbikes and soaking up the vibrant atmosphere. I visited the Ben Thanh market, a chaotic maze of stalls selling everything from fresh produce and seafood to clothing and souvenirs. The air was thick with the scent of spices, durian fruit and strong Vietnamese coffee. In the evening, I headed to District 1, the heart of Ho Chi Minh City's nightlife. Section 3, Ha Long Bay, Serenity on Water. After the frenetic energy of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, Ha Long Bay was a welcome escape. Located in northeastern Vietnam, Ha Long Bay is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in the world. Thousands of towering limestone islands rise from the emerald waters, creating a surreal and unforgettable landscape. I spent 2 days cruising through Ha Long Bay on a traditional junk boat. The air was clean and fresh, the silence broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the hull of the boat. Section 1, Hoi An, the Tailor's Paradise. Leaving the grandeur of Ha Long Bay behind, I found myself drawn south towards the ancient town of Hoi An. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was once a bustling trading port, its narrow streets lined with colourful merchant houses and tailor shops. Today, Hoi An retains its charm, a beguiling blend of history and craftsmanship. The scent of silk and spices hung in the air as I wandered through the Thu Bon riverfront, its vibrant facades bathed in the warm glow of silk lanterns. Hoi An is a shopper's paradise, a place where you can find exquisite silk garments, handcrafted leather goods and unique souvenirs. But for me, the real treasure of Hoi An lay in its tranquility. I spent my days exploring the ancient temples and pagodas, each one a testament to the town's rich cultural heritage. The Mekong Delta, Vietnam's rice bowl, is a world away from bustling cities. Life unfolds at a different pace, dictated by the mighty Mekong River. A vast network of canals supports a way of life unchanged for centuries. I boarded a small boat to explore this watery world. We glided past lush rice paddies, their stalks swaying in the breeze. Children played on the banks, their laughter echoing across the water. Life here was simple yet poetic, in harmony with nature. Seeking a respite from the heat and humidity, I embarked on a pilgrimage to the Perfume Pagoda, a sacred Buddhist site nestled in the Hong Teek Mountains. Reaching the pagoda is an adventure in itself, a journey by boat and on foot that winds its way through a landscape of limestone cliffs, verdant rice paddies, and ancient temples. As I stepped ashore, the air was thick with the scent of incense and the sound of chanting monks. I climbed hundreds of stone steps, my legs burning but my spirit soaring. Each step felt like a shedding of earthly concerns, a drawing closer to something sacred. The Perfume Pagoda, with its intricate carvings and gilded statues, is a testament to the enduring power of faith. In that moment, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the palpable presence of faith, I felt a sense of peace I hadn't experienced before. Vietnam's beauty isn't confined to its cities and temples. It's a country of astonishing natural diversity, a tapestry woven from emerald rice paddies, towering mountains and sun-drenched beaches. From the cool highlands of Sapa to the palm-fringed shores of Phu Quoc, Vietnam is a feast for the eyes. I'd spent days navigating the urban jungle, my senses on high alert, but out here in the vastness of the Vietnamese countryside, a different rhythm took hold. Each turn revealed a new vista, a breathtaking panorama that stole my breath away. My journey took me north to the rugged peaks of Sapa, where the air was thin and cool, a welcome respite from the tropical heat. The Hoang Lian Son mountain range, often shrouded in mist, seemed to rise up from the earth itself, its peaks piercing the clouds. I trekked through valleys carpeted in vibrant green rice terraces, each one a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the hill tribes who call this region home. Women in colourful traditional clothing, their backs bent under the weight of firewood, smiled and offered me tea as I passed. Despite the language barrier, I felt a sense of connection, a shared humanity that transcended words. From the cool mountains, I descended to the sun-drenched beaches of the Vietnamese coastline. a world away from the rugged beauty of the north. The air here was thick with the scent of salt and sea, the turquoise waters sparkling under the tropical sun. I spent my days exploring hidden coves, swimming in crystal clear waters, and indulging in fresh seafood feasts on the beach. In Nha Trang, I learned to scuba dive, descending into a world of vibrant coral reefs and colourful marine life. The silence beneath the waves was both eerie and exhilarating, a reminder of the vastness and power of the natural world. As the stars twinkled overhead, I couldn't help but marvel at the sheer beauty of it all. Forget fancy restaurants. To truly experience Vietnamese food, you gotta hit the streets. Picture this: plastic stools on dusty sidewalks, the air thick with smoke and the sizzle of something delicious. That's where the magic happens. Street food in Vietnam is an adventure for the palate. It's fresh, it's flavorful, and it's damn cheap. I'm talking about bowls of steaming pho, fragrant with herbs and spices, for a couple of bucks. Crispy banh gio, those savory crepes filled with shrimp and bean sprouts that you fold up in lettuce leaves and dip in nuoc cham. And don't even get me started on the banh mi, those crusty baguettes stuffed with pickled vegetables, cilantro, and whatever kind of meat you can imagine. It's the feeling that you're tasting the heart and soul of a culture. There's a certain rhythm to life in Vietnam, a flow that dictates the pace of each day. It's the sight of old men sipping strong coffee in the early morning light, their faces etched with the wisdom of 1,000 stories. It's the sound of motorbike horns, a constant symphony that blends into the background noise of daily life. It's the sight of women in conical hats tending to their rice paddies, their movements fluid and graceful. It's the laughter of children playing in the streets, their joy infectious. These daily rituals, repeated generation after generation, create a sense of continuity, a connection to the past that's both comforting and inspiring. What struck me most about Vietnam was the warmth and resilience of its people. Despite hardships, they embraced life with open arms. From street vendors to taxi drivers, I encountered kindness and generosity. They were proud of their country and heritage. It's in the way they celebrate their traditions. They face adversity with courage and grace. That is the true soul of Vietnam. Leaving Vietnam was like saying goodbye to an old friend. There was a pang of sadness, a longing to linger just a little longer. I'd grown accustomed to the rhythm of life here, the chaos and the charm, the sensory overload that had become strangely comforting. I remember my last night in Hanoi, sitting on a plastic stool, sipping one final bowl of pho. The steam rose up, swirling around me like a memory. The familiar flavors, the hum of the city, the scent of something undefinable in the air. It was all coming to an end, but there was also a sense of gratitude, a deep appreciation for the experiences I'd had and the people I'd met. Vietnam had gotten under my skin, burrowed its way into my heart. It was a journey that had challenged me, surprised me, and ultimately changed me. You don't just visit Vietnam, you experience it. It's a sensory assault, a cultural immersion, a history lesson wrapped in a delicious banh mi. It's the kind of place that stays with you long after you've left. I carried a piece of Vietnam back with me, tucked away in my suitcase and etched into my memory. The taste of strong coffee, the scent of incense, the echo of motorbike horns. These were my souvenirs, more valuable than any trinket I could have bought. But more than that, I brought back a newfound appreciation for the simple things in life. A shared meal, a friendly smile, the beauty of a sunrise over a rice paddy. These were the things that truly mattered, the things that connected us all, regardless of language or culture. So here's my advice to you. Go to Vietnam, and I don't mean just go there, I mean really go there. Get lost in the maze of Hanoi's old quarter. Cruise through the ethereal beauty of Ha Long Bay. Taste the symphony of flavors in a bowl of pho. Bargain for souvenirs in a bustling market. Hike to a remote village in Sapa. Relax on the pristine beaches of Phu Quoc. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Embrace the chaos. Get your hands dirty. Make mistakes. Learn a few words of Vietnamese, connect with the locals. Let Vietnam surprise you. Because in the end, it's not about the destinations you check off your list, but the experiences you collect along the way. And trust me, Vietnam will give you plenty to write home about. So go on, get lost. You might just find yourself